So I've definitely caught the furniture painting bug. Using the Dixie Belle Chalk Paint has been the easiest thing, and this piece was actually so easy to update, I almost was able to complete it completely inside my house. So I'm going to take you along and show you the steps, and hopefully you'll be inspired to do something in your house too. So this piece was actually part of a china cabinet, and years ago I had come across it. I actually took the top off, painted the hutch, and sold it as a bookshelf. And so we have been using this bottom portion of it as storage for a stereo, and we keep some of our homeschool stuff on top of it. And when I painted it, I wasn't well versed in doing furniture, so I had just kind of added some yellow to it, just trying to add some color, and I was just kind of tired of it. It was ready for an upgrade, and so I decided that I would try my Dixie Belle Chalk Paint and see what I could do with it. This was a door that had been given to me by my friend. It belonged to her grandfather. And so I decided to use it as a backer. We'd had it leaned up against the wall for the last few years, and I really liked the way that it looked. So I decided to go ahead and get that painted. And then my husband hung it on the wall for me so that it was more secure, and then also so that I could kind of decorate around it. I decided to take the doors off because it was easier to paint the inside and see, since I really didn't want to take the piece outside. I did end up having to take it into my garage so that I could sand the top. When I had painted the yellow on the top of this, unfortunately, I didn't do a very good job, and so there were quite a few brush marks in it, and so I wanted to get rid of those. So I did take it out to the garage to sand the top, but that was the only time that I had to bring this piece outside of the house. So after I got it sanded and wiped down, just the top part sanded and wiped down, I went ahead and brought it back in, and I decided to start painting it upside down for a few reasons. But the main reason was that the legs of this piece and the front actually have quite a bit of scroll work on them, and I didn't want to miss any of those or really have to clean up paint off the floor. The wonderful thing about chalk paint is that you can wipe it up with water, so it is the easiest paint to clean up, in my opinion. However, I just figured it would be easier if I started upside down. Once I got 2 coats on that, and I flipped it over, and then I just started on the top. I did 2 coats on the top as well because I wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to come off. Later on, we do use this cabinet quite a bit, and so I didn't want to worry about it wearing off and that yellow coming through. I decided to let it dry overnight, and then I put some paper under the legs and went ahead and just used a clear wax to seal this. I also sealed the door with a clear wax. Then it was time for the doors. So I painted these outside. That was just easier, of course. I did a light distressing on them and sealed them with clear wax as well. And then I was able to put everything back together. I did change out the knobs, and you can see here there's a piece missing where those 2 doors connect. At some point, it is my goal to get a replacement for that. I just haven't been able to do it yet. But I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I'm really excited to do another piece to share with you guys. That probably won't happen until after the holidays, but it's definitely on the list to do.